All eyes on you and your colleagues this week, Sarah, because there's been a lot going on.
Morning.
Yeah, there certainly has. Morning to you, Charlie and Naga, and morning to you at home too. Well, it has been raining yet again. We're almost through the month of January, which is turning out to be a particularly wet January. Some places have had more than twice the expected rainfall. This is the picture in Drumbeck in County Down. So Northern Ireland seeing quite a lot of flooding. Also parts of the southwest of England, lots of flood warnings still in force. And it's probably not the news you want to hear, but there is more rain in the forecast for many of us today. Some hill snow around, and it's turning quite windy as well. So a fairly chilly, wet feeling day for many of us.
Which I'm seeing snow.
Yes, for some of us. Yes, good morning. Whilst many of us have been seeing rain falling for much of January, in fact, some of us have also been seeing a bit of snow overnight. It's mainly over the higher ground across parts of northern England and Scotland. We've had a little bit of snow for North Wales as well. This picture comes from Sheffield, from one of our weather watchers. So just a slight covering. I don't think it's going to be lasting too long through the course of the day. For many areas, though, it is going to be falling as rain. For areas that really could do without it. So more rain on the way for the southwest of England, for Northern Ireland as well. We've got yellow rainfall warnings that have been issued by the Met Office today.
Not that kind of weather here, I'm afraid. No California dreaming. I think it's where you could dream of snow, but you can hope for no rain, Sarah.
Well, that's it. I think it's all dreaming, isn't it? Yeah. Good morning to you. Whilst many of us are waking up to more rain this morning, some of us are waking up to something a bit white. We've had some snow falling over the highest ground across parts of North Wales, northern England and southern Scotland as well. So this is the picture in Derbyshire this morning. Just a centimetre or two of snow in a few spots. At lower levels, it is falling as rain. But let's just think about how wet it's been for the month of January so far. Still 2 days of the month to go. And some places like Aboyne in Aberdeenshire, Catesbridge in County Down have had more than 3 times the expected January rainfall. Further south, Plymouth and Middle Wallop both at about twice the expected January rainfall. So it's been a really, really wet month across many areas, and there is more rain to come.
Sarah, good morning to you. Now, look, whatever you say, whatever's coming our way, you've made us happy. Just with that gorgeous dog.
Well, there's got to be a silver lining, hasn't there, Nago? Yes, good morning to you. Any dog walkers will have certainly noticed just how wet the ground is at the moment across many areas. It's been a really wet month of January. We've got more rain to come as well, so more muddy paws on the way, drying off your dog, I think. And we've got flooding still ongoing, particularly across parts of the southwest of England. Also for Northern Ireland, there are yellow rainfall warnings in these areas.
And Sarah, not everyone is going to be waking up this morning to pictures like that, but that is this morning.
That is this morning. Yes, good morning to you. There's some pretty difficult travel conditions around across parts of the country because we've got a bit of this, bit of hill snow around in the north. We've also got all that flooding that's ongoing across parts of southwest England, Northern Ireland, many areas seeing flooding, eastern Scotland as well. So you've got the rain, or if you're over the higher ground of northern England and Scotland in particular, parts of North Wales, you might be seeing scenes like this. This is the picture in Sheffield this morning.
This is not something that many people will welcome. The picture behind you, of course, is what I'm talking about.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, good morning to you. We've got some pretty disruptive weather again out there today. For some of us, there's a bit of hill snow around. It's mainly just over the higher ground across parts of northern England, southern Scotland as well. This is the picture in Barnsley at the moment, but it's falling as sleet and rain at lower levels, and rain is really not what we need for those flood affected regions, particularly southwest England, Northern Ireland too. We've got yellow warnings for further rain through the course of today there.
Hi Lewis, and for some of us, started off the day on a cold note. Some snow around across the Sheffield area, as well as Buxton and Derbyshire, and over the peaks as well. Otherwise, the story is pretty much unchanged, with floodwaters still causing problems and still haven't completely flowed away. We've got 70 flood warnings currently in force.
How's it looking, Jen?
Not too bad, actually. Good afternoon to you. We had a bit of sunshine over the last few hours. I'll show you some pictures from our weather watchers to start us off. Blue sky across Canary Wharf captured from Greenwich. Thank you to our weather watchers, as always, for sending these pictures in. There have been some puddles around, and that's an indication of some further rain to come through the next couple of days.
Hello, good evening. We've got low pressures in the vicinity of the UK at the moment, and the trouble is they're being blocked by high pressure across Scandinavia, and it means they're sort of bimbling around, dying a death, and it just makes the detail really tricky to forecast. So I think we could start Sunday on a misty, foggy note, but I think that will tend to lift and clear.
Good evening to you. Well, the weekend weather's nearly upon us, and it's looking a bit quieter than what we've been used to of late. No named storms or any deep areas of low pressure.
Mixed day, there was some sun and showers as well, as we saw from Alice earlier.
Yes, it's really starting to come down again now, but we have had some decent weather today. These are some of the pictures. I'll show you them in just a second. We had some good weather today. We did have some sunny spells through this morning, a slice of decent weather. There we go. And then we had some cloud rolling in. This was the view in Greenwich. Over the course of the weekend, it's going to be mixed like it has been today.
Hello. Friday brought us a mixture of weather across the country. It was a cold and snowy start to the day across higher parts of Derbyshire and Yorkshire, with that snowy zone of weather pushing high into the hills of County Durham through the course of the day, bringing unpleasant travelling conditions. Further south, water still covered many a field. There are still scores of flood warnings in force. So essentially, our weather patterns are very much stuck at the moment.
And with seemingly endless rain this week and weather warnings still in force for some as we move into the weekend, is it ever going to get any better? I'll give you all the details a little later in the programme.
Becky is at Abberton Reservoir in Essex for us. Now, with the amount of rain that we've just had, it must be pretty full.
Yes, well, I have to say that my communications aren't holding up terribly well so far through this evening, because as you can see, the weather has just rather blown up here. I'm having a Mary Poppins at the moment, but certainly Abberton Reservoir might seem a slightly strange choice for a live weather tonight, bearing in mind that what we've been talking about is not storing water, but of course all the flooding that's been happening. But have a look more closely at Abberton Reservoir. This Essex wildlife site is an area of special scientific interest, 1,700 acres of lovely wetland, crucially a critically important freshwater storage reserve in the southeast that holds 41 billion with a B, litres, one of hundreds of reservoirs across the country. But why am I talking about storing water when, frankly, the UK has seen far too much over the last few weeks? Well, this really is in large part down to the sign of our changing climate. We're getting wetter winters, we're getting drier summers. Let's remind ourselves how much rain we've had so far in January, and many parts of the UK have seen more than twice the expected rainfall that we would normally have in January. Some sites seeing more than half as much again. And if we have a look at the picture generally over the last few years, you can see that this is really a trend that's been happening over the last 40 years. Our winters have been getting significantly wetter. So we are expecting more rain over the next few days. And there's more rain coming now, dribbling down my neck. Let's have a look at the forecast. So over the weekend, we are expecting to see more of the wet stuff, I'm afraid. There is going to be a fair amount of cloud around too. I think probably Sunday is going to be the better of the two weekend days. So with this changing climate pattern of wetter winters and drier summers, it's reservoirs like this that will really be something we'll be thankful for over the coming few months. But all in all, I can say that dry January has been a failure. Dry January is a failure.
Thanks, Becky.